I hate it here. I mean, seriously, I really hate it here. But hear me out first. Not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but this is DOGON. Chef Kwame, the dude who brought you Tatiana, went out to DC and decided to say, hey, let's run this thing back. It's housed in the illustrious Salamander Hotel. Me, my wife, and some of the homies from New York decided to come by and, check that thing out. The menu is similar to Tatiana's, but with different offering. They're both Afro-Caribbean fare. They sat us out in the patio, which was actually beautiful view and a new setup for them. First thing they brought out was the cocoa bread. My Jamaicans and New Yorkers, you know exactly what this is. It has a touch of sweetness and super fluffy. Next, they brought us some cornbread, which wasn't really good looking, but remember, we eat and then we judge, not the other way around. I ended up getting some lavender drink to mellow me out, and the mandem came by and started spraying extra lavender in it. So this is the cocoa bread up close, very different from what I grew up with, but I'm totally okay with refined takes. It was accompanied by butter, but I didn't have time for that. The unbuttered version was true to its roots. The mark of a good cocoa bread is just a hint of sweetness, which this had. Later on, I had it with the salted butter. That combination of the salty and a little bit of sweetness, bruh. I'm gonna have to say that was the best appetizer I've had in 2025. No BS. Next was the cornbread, which came with its own butter. I think it was a spiced butter. And I'm not gonna hold them. I'm a cornbread snob per se. And this was good. I wouldn't call it great. Amber has made some amazing cornbread in her life, so I start off at a different plane when it comes to cornbread. Comparing the two, the cornbread isn't in the same stratosphere as the cocoa bread, not even close. Next thing we got was the Ben's Bowl, which was composed of crispy lamb, tamarind glaze, and chickpea curry. Whew, it even sounds crazy. Right after that, they brought up the charbroiled oysters, even with the red stew on the side. And you guys know I don't do seafood like that, but the stew was like, alright, I'll fuck with it. Food was coming out quick fast at this point. This was the carrot tigua. It's highlighted by pickled onion and peanut stew. Two things I don't know much about, but I was excited to try. Here I am struggling to get the crispy lamb onto my fork, looking like a true novice, but it's all good. We're not savages, so of course camera eats first. Take a look. I don't know how they made the lamb so crispy, but the texture was A1. Bold flavors of the tamarind and the chickpea curry just elevated it to another level. So this was an amazing first entree. Shout out to my guy Kwame. Bruh, I couldn't even put the fork down. The second, third, and fourth bite were just as good as the first. And yo, we love that for real. My second drink came out, and I won't even hold y'all. I do not know what this is. The first drink had me on tilt. These are expensive drinks though, just to let you know. Oh, okay. All right, look, so right here. This was my favorite dish of everything we ate. Believe it or not, it was carrots. You guys know how much I love meat, pause, but this carrot dish, bro, I mean, yo, like, bro, look at me. I had to lean back with it. Call me basic, call me vegetarian, but yo, call me when this comes out again, because this was so good. Bro really got to be a genius to decide to mix peanut stew with carrots, because where they do that at. Next, they came out with the Mom Duke shrimp, which in my opinion speaks for themselves. Huge pieces of shrimp, cannot go wrong. Gorgeous presentation, to say the least. As a side, we did rice and peas. You could choose between rice and peas and jollof, but I'm still kind of scarred from previous jollof experiences at restaurants, so we got the rice and peas. The large entree we got for the table was the Wagyu short rib bawaze. It came with Texas toast, which I thought was really hilarious. And here, a lot of the greens are covering the short rib, but we'll try to get it in a later clip. You can see it on the side right there though. Here it is after taking down some of the greenery, and you can see the heavy seasoning, you can see the garnishes, but how does it taste? It looks great, but yo, how does it taste? Let's see. I didn't even let the camera eat. I went straight to it, fam. At $95 though, was it worth it? Yeah, it was. Bro, I paid $195 for this. Melts in your mouth, flavorful, bold, invigorating. Throw all of those adjectives at this thing. I'm really trying to be demure here. If I was at the crib, I would just grab it and just throw it in my mouth, seriously. And then I discovered the awaze sauce. Yo, dipping it in that awaze sauce, it was like the whole dish evolved. It was like, imagine Charizard evolving past that. Like, it's too strong, it's too good, but that's what it was. I had some of the Texas toast too, but it was whatever. The main dish also had a side of egg. I'm not sure if it was because of the other foods that were surrounding it, but I turned straight Ghanaian and ate all the pieces of eggs that came with it. All in all, DOGON was a hit. To compare it to Tatiana is tough, and that's why I hate it. In order to make a real comparison, I gotta go back and check the temperature at Tatiana.